It's a field level football podcast for the West Coast. You see we done changed up the format. The layout is a little different. I'm Pat. That's Scoring. That's CT over there. What's going on with my guys today, man?
Are we good, man? We are in the place to be. Feeling allergy free.
Okay.
And ready to go.
Okay. No allergies, no problem, man. What's going on with my guy, CT? How you doing today, bro?
I'm solid, man. Excited for this show tonight, man. Excited to be on with the field level team and the field level family. Now we up to the conference championships. You know what I mean? It's a lot going on and a lot of news to pop on. So looking forward to it, y'all.
A lot of news to pop on, man. We're gonna go through some news briefings today, so that way we all kind of on the same one accord. Hold on, I'm feeling like I'm dark skinned, and I'm with two dark skinned men. So let me. I gotta lighten him up one time for the one time. You know,
you one of them, man. You one
of
them.
One of them.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we back though, man. It's all good. I want to kind of touch on some news that hit today. Here you go. He about to start, y'all. Already.
Bro, he already started 2 hours ago on Facebook.
What's up,
but
Ed?
He started days ago. But the way Ed is acting, and this is like no slight shout out to you, day one. The way Ed is acting, I legit would think that Tom Brady threw for like 300 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Oh, we starting early with the Brady? We starting early?
I wouldn't
already started.
I wouldn't expect that Ed would be starting like this and Tom Brady threw for 199. Like, chill out. Like, pump your brakes just a tad, babe. Like, 199. Let's not write home about that. By the way, Quan, you're going to have a 5-minute voicemail from me on your phone when the show ends. I apologize. I didn't hang up.
Oh, man, goodness.
Anyway, man, let's get into some of this news, man. It's been jumping out. First point of news that I want to kind of touch on. I want to kind of see how you all felt about it as we get ready to have this conversation on tonight. Phillip Rivers, that's all she wrote. He hangs him up. Phillip Rivers says, now is the time for retirement. I'm done. I'm finished. I'm finito. Guys, like, let's go through the line here. You know, Quan, CT, let's just go straight down the line. How do you feel about Phillip Rivers hanging up? And is Phillip Rivers, and I want to ask this question, is Phillip Rivers a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Okay, I'll answer the second question first, which is he a first ballot? I don't know. In the eyes of the media and the people who actually probably will cast the vote, they look at like you got to have rings to be a qualifier. I don't think rings, in my opinion, rings are not a qualifier, automatic, because football is a team sport, and I know quarterback is the most important position, and they glorify it, which is why they say, "Oh, Brady beat this team," or "Mahomes beat this team." They don't talk. So, Phillip not getting a ring is more so about a team. Mm-hmm. So I don't. If we want to judge just Phillip and his numbers and his impact on the game, I would think he's a first ballot. He's going to be top 5 in all of the passing categories, or at least top 10. At least top 10. I didn't look up the numbers, pal. I'm sure you did. But in my opinion, you could correct me. He's going to be top 10 in all the passing numbers. He played, what? How many years was he in the league?
17, right?
17 like that, yeah.
17 years in the league, 16 on one team, which means that one team being the Chargers, it must have given him multiple extensions. He was a franchise quarterback for a stable quarterback in that organization for almost 3 decades. Leader. Everybody's going to swear by him that he was the best trash talker alive. And the one thing I like about Phillip, when they say a Hall of Famer, you got to have somebody that impacted or changed the game. And I think he did that in terms of, like, this is very small, but to me it's big in terms of, like, throwing mechanics. Because remember, the whole thing was you got to be a prototypical pass. You got to have the right throwing motion. He kind of made it a thing to, like, hey, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right. Because that throwing motion is terrible.
Oh, it's horrible. It's a shot
bad.
It's
bad. And even while you're still talking about that, I just wanted to point out the fact that CT turned his light on and aimed it more towards him.
Oh my God, CT, you changing up on me, bro?
You know what I mean?
Never, man. I'm making sure the dark chocolate is there.
Hey Ed, I see you. You know, we did say we was gonna let somebody come on. Go ahead on, DM me your phone number. I'll send you a link. We'll bring you on the show in just a little bit as we get ready to talk about the NFC Championship. We'll bring you on here, see what your point of view is. I did say that last week. We're gonna bring some people on. Go ahead, Ed. Text me, DM me, whatever your number, and I'm gonna send you the link.
I ain't ready for that. But CT, I'm gonna kick it off to you. But yeah, I think, to me at least, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Yeah. If not that, he at least gets in. CT, go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna miss Phillip Rivers, man. It was amazing that he retired on the day. What was it? 17 years ago when he tore his ACL and played in that playoff game. He made sure that was actually the day that he did it. You know, he was somebody that really just enjoyed the game. I like kind of like a Brett Favre. He was a kid playing and really enjoyed it, you know, to the fullest. Let's be honest. There was a few years right there with LT and them boys where you thought the Chargers had an opportunity to make it to the Super Bowl and Tom Brady gave it to them, right? So had Tom Brady not been as successful and maybe missed one or two, you know, Rivers could have had a ring. And I'm not trying to slight anybody here, but Dan Marino
Rivers still would have had to go through Peyton though, and I think that's what Ed just mentioned. In that conference, you had Peyton, Tom, and Big Ben.
Woo. True. I think he could have snuck out one potentially if it wasn't for Tom, because Peyton didn't always have the best defense. You know what I mean?
Roy with the funnies on that one. If they let his kids vote, he have enough votes.
Come on, Roy. Why you gotta do that? Come on, Roy.
That was a good one there, Roy.
But you know, to play with one organization pretty much your whole career, 99% of it, you know, that's rare. But shows his dedication, his commitment, and how much they appreciated him. You know, and I do believe he is going to finish roughly top 5 in all important passing statistical categories for a quarterback. He'll get in. I don't know if he'll get on the first run. But, I mean, like I said, Dan Marino didn't have a ring either. I'm not saying he's Dan Marino. I'm just saying that it's been proven that you can be a quarterback, not win a ring, and still get in. So
good point.
Definitely will miss his competitiveness, you know, but it was time for him. And he's also, I don't know if you guys know, he's going back home to Alabama to be a head coach for a high school team. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
So
I didn't know that.
He's been waiting for him. He's been waiting for him for the last 2-3 years. So, you know, it was the right time. So happy for him and his family.
Yeah, that's dope right there. Yeah. So shout out to Phillip Rivers, man. What an awesome career. Top 5 in every, you know, valid passing category. Definitely will be a Hall of Famer. Don't know if it's first ballot, but definitely shout out to him. And it'd be interesting to see which way the Colts organization goes now. Do they go and they stick with Jacoby Brissett, or, you know, do they go try to make a move for Matthew Stafford, try to make a move for Carson Wentz?
Hey,
you know, Cam. I don't know.
No, he's done. That guy's done. But Pat, are we gonna do a hot takes? Are we gonna do a hot take section at some point in this show? Because I got a hot take for you.
We definitely will. We definitely will.
All right.
I do want to point out the fact that we are very, very hard on Cam Newton on this show. How about this? Just something to chew on. This year, Cam Newton had his second highest completion percentage of his career.
I heard that argument too.
Just putting that out there. You know,
he had games where he threw for like 80 yards.
Anyway, let's go ahead on. Let's drive it. Let's drive it further. So Patrick Mahomes at the moment remains in concussion protocol. However, he was limited in practice today. They're saying that there is no remnants of any type of concussion effects. I think we all kind of saw this coming though. I think we all can say, you know, he can have a full-blown super concussion. He's playing. The league will find a way to get him on the field this week. It's not going to be a situation where Patrick Mahomes will not play due to a concussion. The thing that I'm more interested about is the toe. I don't know if y'all have ever had turf toe. Mm-hmm. Hey, boy, turf toe ain't nothing to play with. So he does have turf toe on top of the concussion situation. So I'm more interested to see, you know, how that turf toe ends up playing out. And you know, because there's some boys out there for the Bills that can get after the quarterback. So, you know what I mean? I'm going to see.
Hey, remember, turf toe ended Prime Time's career.
What's going on with my guy Greg? This is true. This is true. What's going on with Twan on here too? Yeah, okay, Patrick playing for sure. So I'm interested to see if he remains in concussion protocol and how long. I know that also Stephon Diggs is on the injury report with a quad with an oblique injury. Gabriel Davis is on there with an ankle. So it's interesting to see, how that shakes out. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Sammy Watkins, and two others. I forget the names right off the top of my head, but both of those guys were all limited in practice this week. So this might be a case where you got some really injured people. Oh, Rashad Breeland and Rashad Fenton all were limited in practice on today. So it'll be interesting to see how they all shake out on Wednesday. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like Patrick will be able to play and be able to play effectively come Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon?
I believe so. I think, like you said, we all knew he was going to play. I don't think the NFL will try to open up and make him play because of, a concussion issue, because that could be a major, major money play lawsuit. But on the other side, no one wants to see Josh Allen versus Chad Henne. So they're going to find a way. Speaking on turf toe, if the turf toe is really that bothersome for him, I think you'll see Clyde Edwards-Helaire if he gets cleared to play. If not, Le'Veon Bell. I know we talked about Le'Veon Bell's role really going down, but this might be a game where it might be pick up if Pat can't.
He had 2 carries.
Listen, if Pat can't get out of harm's way by scrambling, even just to buy time, it'll be a lot of checkdowns to the running back. And Le'Veon Bell is still the better pass catching running back out of the two, even though he's not maybe the best running option. Sammy Watkins is going to be limited for the rest of his life.
Wow. Wow.
He's always limited, but he usually plays, and I'm not really worried about that. Their corner, not their corners. You talked about Stephon Diggs oblique. That might be a serious injury. We just don't know how painful it is because he's probably gonna have to play through it. But you know who else had an oblique injury that kept him out 15 weeks? Deshaun Jackson of the Eagles last year. So I think
that's
a different cat though.
He's a little girl.
Hey, maybe so. I'm just saying, if it would have to do more of a pain tolerance issue for Diggs. So that'll be that. But I think if Patrick Mahomes plays, the Chiefs are going to win. That's just how I feel deep down. I know we're not doing predictions just yet.
Hey, if you're going to put it out there, you leave it out there.
Saying,
we'll get back to it later, but that's what you're
we'll get back to
already.
We'll get back to it, but that's how I feel.
How do you feel about what's going on with Pat?
I think they're just building, more drama, more saga. He's definitely playing. They'll announce it closer to probably Friday, if not earlier. There are some obviously injured. There's some injuries. They're banged up. That's just part of the game. A lot of players, especially if they're veterans, practice limited during the week. That's pretty common, even during the regular season. So I don't see much there. Obliques, yeah, that's a tough one. Pat's right. I think he will get a shot, and he'll play. He has to play. I disagree on one thing. There are some people that would love to see Chad Henne in there, and they're from Bills Mafia.
And they're from Buffalo. That's right. And they're all from Buffalo, all of them.
Yep.
Man, hey, just so you know, Quan, man, my man Greg says, hey, Quan, tap in with some AirPods because you holding that cord got me weak. So,
Bruh, I got AirPods. I got 2 pair, but every time I wear them, and then when I hear the video on the playback, I feel like it's muffled. I feel like this is more clear.
Respect.
You gotta get those Ray-Cons.
Yeah, I need those. I'm gonna need Greg.
Stand when they turn on.
I'm gonna need Greg to go back to the. Greg, I need you to go back to the archives, and you'll see that I had the AirPods for a while.
Another interesting event that happened on this week, man. As everybody know, Robert Saleh, he's now signed, still delivered to the New York Jets. However, so the 49ers got a 3rd round pick for him. Interesting enough, Martin Mayhew, VP of Player Personnel for the Niners today, was hired by the Washington football team, which means that the Niners will get another 3rd round pick because it was another minority hiring, which is interesting to me because now the Niners are flirting with some picks here that if they wanted to trade up a couple spots or do something as far as with a trade, you now have a little more capital with 2 extra third round picks that you did not have before. So it proposes an interesting dynamic now, because now no telling what those guys might do.
I feel like you want to say something, but you're saving it for hot take.
I'm just saying, you never know what they might want to do. You know, you got 2 extra third rounders. It ain't like say 5th rounders, or like a third round pick in today's. I mean, if I was playing Madden, it might be a B- or a C+, depending on my trade value. So it never quite, you never quite know what. That was for you, CT. I actually did that for you. So you never quite know what they're able to do with that with 2 extra third round picks. I don't know.
Well, my question for you is, who do you guys have in the stable? What's up, Rob? Who do y'all have in the stable as far as in your front office? Who's going to take over with your D? Well, I take that back. I know who your D corner is going to be, but who is going to be your GM?
Well, GM is still John Lynch, and then you still have Adam, and you still have Adam Peters, who is very vocal, and then you still got Prague Maratha, who's going to come out there and work them contract numbers. So the 49ers are still pretty solid in the front office as it speaks. But with that being said, you know, even moving forward a little bit further, interestingly enough, Deshaun Watson tells the Houston Texans, if y'all want to talk to me, you got to hire Eric Bieniemy.
That's not happening.
I don't know now. I don't know. To be honest with you, the Houston Texans really want to keep Deshaun Watson. And so it's going to be a level if they want to keep him that bad, that's what's going to happen. So it's like it's no buffer there. If they want to keep Deshaun Watson, they're going to have to hire Eric Bieniemy. It's flat out, point blank, is what it is.
I disagree. I don't think Houston Texans want to keep Deshaun Watson enough where they'll go back on what they stand for. And what they stand for, I mean that by what their actions say. CT spoke on it last week about we can't let the inmates run the jail. About what that owner said, right? And then now they didn't even want to interview Bieniemy. But now since it's become public news, now they gave him a Zoom call. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then after that Zoom call, did you guys hear about the reports coming out? And like they're bringing up old reports from last year when Bieniemy was a hot topic, a hot name, and they were saying he doesn't interview well. Well, now that story is coming back up again. Like, bro, they don't want to hire him. So and then the last point, CT, and tell me if I'm wrong. All these trade possibilities coming up with Watson and Houston, they're not just random bloggers making up stories. There's if there's smoke, then there's fire somewhere. They are listening to offers. If I have my franchise quarterback, why am I even listening?
Well, because he's made it perfectly clear he doesn't want to be there.
So therefore, I don't think they want to keep him that bad. Because if they want to keep him that bad, they wouldn't be listening, no matter if he want to be there or not. They'll find a way to figure it out. But
they gotta listen. They gotta listen.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. If
Why?
they don't listen, because he can just sit out and they lose him for nothing.
Bruh. But then see, this goes back to me not caring about picks like that. Because you're gonna sell the farm, you're gonna sell the whole farm to get Watson. You're gonna get all these picks for Watson, and all these picks might be bust. I know what I got in Watson, but they don't believe.
Well, the thing is, you don't just go all picks, man. Come on, let's play GM mode. Here we go. If anybody wants to trade for Deshaun Watson, you're going to have to get a quarterback or something of value in return. So, like I said, the Niners. If the Niners are going to go trade for Deshaun Watson, they're going to have to give up Jimmy Garoppolo. He has to be a part of it because at very least you need a bridge quarterback. You need somebody who's going to be able to bridge to the next move or whatever the next guy will be. So they're going to have to trade for at least another guy. It won't be a straight pick trade
because they ain't got no cap money either.
Facts.
I think they're going to trade Watson, man.
So, I mean, in a perfect world, that's a good move. If you're Houston, you don't want to lose him. They were about to hold a march at the facility, in his defense.
Talk to Quan. I'm gonna fall back. Talk to Quan.
And if you remember what Andre Johnson said, they got some people in the organization that basically are known to kill people's careers, and Deshaun needs to get up out of there. Richard Sherman said, "Get up out of there." Navarro Bowman, who ain't talked to 2, 3, 4, 5 years, was like, "Get up out of there." It's a lot of people that's saying that. And, Navarro was real about it. He said, look, there's 2 stars over there and one ain't getting treated like this.
Ooh, I didn't even, you know what?
That's a good point, but at least that's a bar. But it leads to my first point. They're not going to go back on their morals, bruh.
And if that's the case, that means that they're going to let him walk.
Exactly.
They're gonna get everything they can. It's a dumb move, but if that's what they're gonna do, go get your 1st and 2nd round picks back. At least you'll feel a little bit better.
Very, very true. Very, very true. And so Roy comes in, no trades. Yeah, we know that, Roy. No trades can happen until the league year is over. And then Roy asks the question, what did the enemy do that has him being blackballed by the league? Seems like it's a character issue. So, Roy, I don't know. I have no clue. I have no idea. I have no personal knowledge of Eric Bieniemy at all. It does seem a bit odd that he's, basically the offensive coordinator for the number 1 offense in the league for the last few years and just can't really get a lot of nothing. A lot of people believe that skin color does play a huge part in that. It could be that, but we got guys like Raheem Morris and guys like that are actually still getting interviews as well. So I don't know. Go ahead, CT.
All right. So from what I was able to look up, he had a DUI in 2001. He received a campus ban from the University of Colorado for harassing and assaulting a parking lot attendant.
So right,
20 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
literally 20 years ago.
Bro, in all seriousness, and this is my in all seriousness, it's the first part of that word, Roy. In my opinion, it's the black, it's the skin tone, because you have guys like Josh McDaniels who pretty much accepted a job,
Colts,
and then the Colts, yeah, and then the day of the press conference did a no call no show, and then said, "Nah, I changed my mind after I did some paperwork already." So you have guys like that, and still has a job, and he's continuing to get brought up. Like right now, I've read a report.
Well, why he's staying there. He's staying there because he wants to be the coach of the Patriots.
True.
Which is not a crazy job. Like, I don't understand why he wants to be the coach of the Patriots. I mean,
but I read something today that in the Eagles coach search right now, they're looking at really 2 candidates. Of course, they're still going to do other guys, but they're really looking at 2 candidates: Deuce Staley, who's already in the org, and Josh McDaniels. So you have a guy. So you have a guy. Oh, Todd Bowles. So you have a guy who comes up in all these things, who's had plenty of character issues. He even has cheating on his resume.
Right.
Cheating when he was with the Patriots and when he was on the Denver Broncos as a coach. But Bieniemy got the character issue. Come on, man.
I don't know, Quan. You talking too real. Everybody can't handle the realness. Twan came up on here on the last little topic that we're going to talk about. Twan came up and said, I like Kyle stepping down from offensive coordinator. Now he can manage the game. I completely and utterly agree with him. I also believe that making Mike McDaniel the offensive coordinator gives you an opportunity to get some player-friendly deals. Guys really, really like Mike McDaniel in the building. Kyle Juszczyk loves Mike McDaniel. He raves about Mike McDaniel. So maybe there's an opportunity there where you can get some player-friendly deals to be able to create some cap room because guys just want to stay and play for a guy. We've all had coaches in our lives that, you just want to play for him. I mean, like, I would, it would behoove me to go somewhere else and maybe get some more playing time somewhere else. But I really like this coach. I really want to play for him. And I think that's kind of what Mike McDaniels brings to the forefront for the 49ers. So I'm interested to see, who's going to be able to stay, who's going to be able to stick around. And I do believe that does open Kyle up even more, which is scary because now Kyle can kind of now what I am hearing though is that Kyle is he's still doing all the play calling. So he's still doing all the play calling on Sundays at the games, but just install days. Mike McDaniel will be taking more responsibility on install days and practice.
Oh, also, quick note. Our quarterback coach from the previous year is back. Scangarello, I want to say his name is.
Rich Scangarello.
That's Jimmy's guy. So I know that's not a popular thing to say, but that
Jimmy played well with him, though.
He did. So you never know. I think that might have a keen effect on what we do with the quarterback position.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good
That's
point.
a good one. It's a really good one. So let's move forward, man. Conversation just a little bit further. I know you had some hot takes. Did you have some hot takes, Quan, that you wanted to hop on or around something? You said you had something. So if you want to go, now's your time.
Well, this is all going back to Deshaun Watson. I have a hot take of a team that he can go to that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I heard, and I'll tell you what my prediction is. I heard today some fan on Sirius XM NFL radio was talking, and he said the Falcons should trade for Watson, and the price that he said they should give up was just ridiculous. He was talking about give up, of course, Matt Ryan, but give up your first-round pick this year, 2022 and 2023, with 2 second-round picks in 2022 and 3 third-round picks the 3 years prior to that. I'm like, I'm not giving, no. That don't even make sense.
I'm happy you said them because you said you better not say the Raiders.
No. Now, Derek Carr's my guy, for sure. Yeah. He's my guy until he ain't. But I think, tell me what y'all think, the team that should get him, especially since we just talked about the possible first ballot Hall of Famer Rivers, the Colts should trade for him. I think the Colts can trade these things. I think they could trade Jacoby Brissett, who might be the bridge quarterback you're talking about, because I think he got a raw deal to not be the starter this year anyway, but Phillip came in, so we knew that was happening. So yeah. Jacoby could hold down the fort while you draft somebody with the first round pick you're going to get for Watson. So you give up Jacoby, you give up this year's first, you give up next year's first and a third. And honestly, you can even throw in T.Y. Hilton in there because T.Y. Hilton has been inconsistent for the Colts health-wise the past 2 years. And then you get Watson behind the best offensive line in football with a plethora of running backs between Hines, Taylor, and Marlon Mack coming back. He might be trade bait, but you can do that. Matter of fact, you can throw him in trade deal. Okay, you can trade Marlon Mack. Trade Marlon Mack to Houston because David Johnson ain't doing nothing, and you still got plethora of weapons. Michael Pittman.
Can you believe just moving like just crazy? Can you believe that basically in that deal? I mean, if you take away that pick, the Cardinals traded the Texans straight up for DeAndre Hopkins and David Johnson. That's like crazy, bro. If you look back at that deal,
it's crazy. It's crazy. What you think about that trade, though? You think it's possible? Think it makes sense?
It's definitely possible. It's a young receiving core over there too.
Yeah.
So they got some young guys over there. You got Michael Pittman. In the 7th round, I believe they got Desmond Patman from Washington State. Didn't play much this year.
Yeah, Pascal, who's pretty solid. He's solid.
Pascal, he's trash to me.
Wow. Lost him the game, bro. Keep it honest.
Bro, he's trash to me.
You can't judge him off one game.
Ever since Sop has started playing receiver, I really, really, really pay attention to the receiver position. And some of these dudes is trash. Like for real. Like really.
You gotta stop throwing that trash. You can't be trash in the league.
Trash. Yes, you can.
No, you're not.
Yes, you can. All you gotta do is know somebody.
What?
Politics. It's politics. All you gotta do is know somebody.
That don't make no sense, but go ahead.
You can definitely be trash in the league. What you mean you can't be trash in the league?
You can't be trash if you make it to the league. What you talking about?
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Jenkins good at football?
He was good enough.
Oh, he said AJ.
He was good enough to get there. He wasn't good enough to stay. That's all that is.
Hey, Twan put out a good one. He said, "What about Tennessee? Tennessee would be crazy."
They paid Tannehill a lot of money.
Make it make sense, Antoine.
And I think you have to be honest. Deshaun, quarterback, he's kind of a dome guy at this point. Maybe he's one of them dome guys.
I don't know. I like that.
Would you say a dome guy?
He might be a dome
guy, bro. So they mentioned Chicago as an option where he should have won in the draft. Essentially, you got to be cautious of that. Philly, places like that, he might be a dome guy, man. So Indianapolis actually really makes a lot of sense.
Let's talk real quick. Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into Green Bay this week to try to get something going.
Frozen tundra.
The frozen tundra. I'm gonna be honest. Tom Brady didn't impress me last week. 199, 2 touchdowns. It wasn't a great day for him. I want to see what Ed has to say. I'm gonna give Ed an opportunity to make his case and anybody else that wants to come on the show today. I told you guys, it's an open show today. If you want to come on, you want to talk, you want to say something, put it in the comments. Say, hey, I got something to say. I want to come on the show. It's your opportunity to do so. Ed, now's your time to give me your time, Brady piece. If you say something crazy, I'm kicking you off. Here we go.
Pat,
my guy.
what's up with my guys though?
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on, man?
Hey, so y'all been wrong all year about Tom. So that's the first thing I'm gonna say. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. Y'all been wrong all year about Tom. I just want y'all to see my face, right? Because it's dark where I'm at. I'm at the bar, right? It's my brother's birthday.
Exactly.
So,
it makes sense. It makes sense. Go ahead.
I'm gonna make it make sense. Hey, no, for real though. Outside of last year, do you know Tom has been in the last 9 conference championships? That's the Final Four. That's the Final Four. The whole league, he's been in the last 9 out of 10. Only time he didn't go was last year when they lost to Tennessee. Right?
Yes, sir.
Last year, it was an aberration. Shit happens. Right?
It happens.
Shit happens. Now, I'm not knocking A-Rod. A-Rod's spectacular. He's a one-in-a-lifetime generational talent. But what has he done? The same stuff y'all said about Drew Brees last week is the same stuff. Is the same case y'all can make about Aaron Rodgers. Since
all right, let me just give some context. I'm gonna give you the floor. This goes back to a post that Ed posted on Facebook today, and it said today. This is what he said. It's 2 minutes left in the game, and you have to drive down the score. Who do you want at quarterback today, Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady? I said A-Rod.
As did I.
Yeah, CT. But I'm not even talking to you. Listen, you've been saying everybody except Tom all year. So look, I'm not even talking to you, Pat. I can understand your point of view, but listen, it's Tom though. With the weapons, it's got to be Tom. Y'all talking about A-Rod.
All right,
right?
so let's make equal weapons.
Okay, but A-Rod. Okay, A-Rod. Outside of last year, mind you, people made A-Rod has always had weapons. I don't know where this notion come from that he hasn't.
I agree with you there, Ed. Hey, I agree with you there.
He went 13. Listen, he went 13-3 last year. He threw for 4,000 yards. His stats is really the same. The only difference
With
was
Valdez Scantling and Alan Lazard. They're not boys like that.
That's a weapon, though.
They ain't boys like that. Come on, man.
It's familiar.
And he finally got a running back.
But okay, so you saying they got to be boys though, right? But so with Tom, he didn't have boys. When Tom didn't have boys, he still got the job done.
Tom didn't have a Tom Randy Moss.
That was 2 years.
Tom didn't have Julian Edelman. Who was arguably a Wes Welker. Tom had. Come on, man.
Deion Branch.
Wow. He was real for a minute.
If you gonna give me Alan Lazard,
he had Jordy Nelson. He had Cobb. He had
Greg Jennings.
His whole career.
He had Greg Jennings. Yep.
He's lost 3 out of the 5 NFC championships that he's been in. He's lost 4, and 3 of them was in blowout fashion. I don't understand this. What's his notion that A-Rock can always get it done? He hasn't.
Moser ran for 220, bro. That's the defense. That ain't got nothing. Moser ran for 220, bro, and 3 touchdowns. That has nothing to do with A-Rod. That's the defense.
The offense didn't do nothing.
That's true too.
And the offense didn't do nothing. The offense didn't do nothing. And I don't want to hear that. It's the same. That defense that the Niners got is the same defense that Seattle employed. It's a cover 2. It's a shell of a defense. It's the same defense that Tom Brady picked apart in the Super Bowl.
I see what's going on here. I see what's going on here. You gassed up because you had a Chevron station, so you gassed up. Let me.
No, I was at the bar. And I stepped outside to do my due diligence. So you drunk. It's only 9 o'clock. I didn't get started yet.
Well, this is the thing. We're talking about today. I don't care what happened 4 years ago. Yeah, I don't care what happened 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Today?
Okay. What's the only the only difference between Tom's stats and A-Rod stats is the 8 touchdowns and the 7 picks. That's it.
It's 7 interceptions this year. That's the difference. 7 interceptions this year is what the difference is.
And 8 TDs.
7 interceptions is what the difference is. That's what I'm
Okay.
talking about. So when you look at the stat line and you say I got 2 minutes to go, I have
2
to go
minutes.
down here and score. This dude got 7 more interceptions than this dude. Who do I feel like I can depend on today?
Okay, but most of those picks was early in the season, though, Pat.
I don't care when they were.
Wow.
Okay, all right, look. All right, check this out. Pick the game. And who you going with this week?
You already know.
Oh,
And
okay.
Pat,
Okay.
and we can make another bet because you already won in a hole. We can make it another hoodie, another T-shirt, and another cameo on the podcast. We can do whatever y'all want to do. I don't know what y'all thought this was. A-Rod, he ain't done nothing. You talking about with the money on the line? He had money on the line against Seattle.
Is Aaron Rodgers the MVP of the league this year?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
So you gonna bench the MVP of the league this year to put Tom Brady in for 2 minutes?
Yeah. Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
All right.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Because Tom been there before. Where A-Rod been? He ain't even been there. Where he been?
What? Are you acting like A-Rod ain't?
Where he
Why
been,
you acting
man?
like A-Rod ain't bad?
He been there, bro.
He been home every year, Pat. He been home every year.
I'm gonna call you Edward.
Hey, y'all beat him twice. Seattle beat him, right?
Yeah.
They lost it. Who else they lost to in the NFC Championship?
But okay, let's talk about that,
Y'all?
man.
Huh?
Who? Tom for the last, the Chiefs just got good. Let's not act like the Chiefs
The
been a
Chiefs
powerhouse.
just. The Chiefs
What are
just
you
got
talking
good,
about,
Pat.
Pat? The Chiefs been
Chris
good.
Mahomes been there.
See,
No,
Pat,
Chris Mahomes
hey,
been there. The
we-
Chiefs just
Pat,
got good.
Are you serious?
That was solid with that, Alex, bro. That was
Alex
solid.
Smith got him to the AFC. Alex Smith got into the AFC Championship game twice.
Time out. Y'all not about to do that. Y'all not about to do that.
Wow,
Y'all
Pat.
not about to do that.
The Chiefs
So are
just
y'all
got
saying?
good.
Are y'all saying to me? I'm about to talk. Y'all ain't about to mute everybody. Are y'all saying to me?
That's
that
gonna
the
start
Kansas
into a
City
whole
Chiefs-
argument online.
Kansas City
Pat, the
Chiefs-
Chiefs just got good.
Was the Kansas City Chiefs 5 years ago on the same level of the Seattle Seahawks?
On the
No,
Mahomes wasn't in the league 5 years ago.
No, that wasn't.
Hey,
No,
what are
that
you
wasn't.
talking about? You
What are you-
that's not a valid argument, Pat. I thought your
Man,
podcast
Tom
would be
Brady's role
objective.
has
If
always
you
been
supposed to be
easier.
objective, how you gonna talk about a quarterback in the
Brady's
team?
role.
He wasn't
I'm
in the
not saying
league
Tom
yet.
Brady's bad. I'm not saying Tom Brady's bad. What I'm saying is I just muted your mic. What I'm saying is that Tom Brady's role has always been easier. He's had to go through the 49ers. He's had to go through the Seattle Seahawks. He's had to go through the Minnesota. He's always had to go through the tougher teams. Tom Brady ain't had to go through nobody since the Colts and Peyton Manning.
He had to go through Denver with Peyton Manning.
What?
Wow.
Bro, you know Peyton
They won
wasn't
the
real,
Super
bro.
Bowl.
At that point.
But stop. Hold on. We gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop saying Tom Brady only had to go through Peyton. He wasn't playing against Peyton. He was playing against that Denver defense that was top 5 when he played him.
Thank you.
We gotta talk about that.
Was Aaron Rodgers going against the Legion of Boom?
He was. But here's no. He was.
So
Hold on. Listen. Hold on. Listen.
Hey, Pat. Wait. Pat, you said Aaron Rodgers went against the Legion of Boom, right? Tom went against them in the Super Bowl and picked them apart. So what are you talking about? That same year.
Hold on. To add on to that.
Yes
To
or
add
no,
on to
Pat?
that.
He
That's
set a
crazy.
Super Bowl. He set a Super Bowl
crazy.
record for yards against the
Crazy.
Legion of Boom.
My man Roy just said Tom watched. He forgot what down it was.
Tom was top 5 in every category in the league this year.
He did forget what down it was, though.
The AFC
Yeah, he did. He
historically,
Hey,
the AFC historically is an Eastern Conference.
He's playing in the
Thank
Eastern
you.
Conference.
Right.
But look. Okay, but check this out. This
y'all
is why.
so biased.
Look. This is why I agree with Ed when he said this. Aaron Rodgers did lose to the Niners in a blowout. They did, but the problem is, what is Aaron Rodgers doing when he gets the football? They're not putting up any points when he played against them. They put up 3 points. So yes, he was playing against better, but he's not doing nothing. That's what I agree with.
Did y'all watch the game? No.
Of course we did.
Okay.
Of course we
You
did.
couldn't have.
We did.
You couldn't have.
Why
You
not?
talking about Aaron Rodgers like it was Aaron Rodgers' fault.
It's not all his fault, but he plays the most important position. That's why I said it's a team game. That's why I don't give quarterback wins. I just give the team wins.
Tom Brady got 6 rings in the Eastern Conference.
No.
Wow.
No, he got he got AFC East division titles. He didn't get no rings playing against the AFC East. Don't do that. And I'm not even a Tom Glover like that. Don't do that, though. Don't do that.
Pat, y'all was begging for Tom last year. What are you talking about?
No.
Yes, y'all was.
Kyle Shanahan was ready. Shanny was ready.
Y'all was finna get rid of Garoppolo this year to get Tom.
That wasn't Pat.
That wasn't CT.
So you would have took Garoppolo over Tom?
Absolutely.
I felt like Tom was a quick fix. I didn't want a quick fix.
Bro,
yeah, but you didn't want
to the Super Bowl at that point.
I didn't want a quick fix
like that.
That's true.
We had, like CT said, we were just coming off a Super Bowl appearance.
We was there.
Hey, I'm glad you cleared it, Pat. It was an appearance. Hey, wipe that sweat off your forehead. I don't know who you thought you invited on this podcast. Y'all gonna disrespect my guy like that. Boy, I can do this. Hey, I can do this every week if y'all want to. Hey, you lucky my phone going again. I got about 20 more minutes worth of bullshit I can talk.
Hey, Tom is a great quarterback, one of the greatest of all time. Definitely an amazing quarterback. This week, I feel like personally, we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
Can we bet again, Pat?
We're gonna see. I gotta go to my predictions. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna allow you.
I'm just saying right now, everybody online, everybody watching. I'm pretty sure they're cracking up. I just want to see, can we get a bet?
Go over to Chevron, get a bottle of water, and then head back to the bar.
I don't need a bottle of water. Hey, when you built like me, you don't need no water. I've been doing this. Hey, I love y'all. I've been doing this since Moby Dick was a goldfish, man. This ain't nothing new. What you talking about?
Thank you for coming on, man. I'm gonna hop you up. We're gonna go to the prediction.
All right,
bro.
All right, bro. Oh, we needed that.
That's classic, bro. He been like that,
man. That's it, man. So he's a Tom Brady lover. So we're gonna see. But let's get to it, man. Y'all know why we here. It's only 2 games to pick from this week, man. Let's get into these predictions. 2 games to pick from. Y'all know, like I said, Bucks at Packers. This is gonna be a very interesting game for me personally. I feel like at the end of the day, it's gonna come down for me. It's gonna come down to the Buccaneers defense. If the Buccaneers defense can really step up and make this a game, I think it'll be a tough one. But if the Buccaneers defense, especially on the outside, that's what I'm looking at on the outside. Who's ever guarding Devontae Adams, they're gonna be in for a long day. Devontae Adams seems like he's a man on a mission, and so is Aaron Rodgers. I've said this for the last few weeks now. It's just like Aaron is up to something, man. Aaron is cooking. I think he's gonna come in here and play a solid game. And I actually feel like Zadarius Smith and those boys are gonna try to really get after him. I think they're gonna try to really get after him. I got it as a close game though. I got the Packers winning this game. A score of 31-28.
I went back and forth on this game all day. The first time they played this year, they lost either 31-10 or 38-10. And Green Bay got their whole 10 in the first quarter. So, and I don't see.
You can't say that. The last time the Bucks played the Saints, it was 38-3.
Right. But we're not talking about that though. We talking about this game, and in this game, I'm going to go with the Bucks.
I hate you right now.
I'm good, and
I swear to God, I hate you.
That didn't roll off.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks. It's the first time in a long time I'm picking them. I feel like Green Bay is going to do everything they can to win, but I feel like the Bucks, they're hot right now. And I'm not saying Green Bay's not hot, but the Bucks are they're just hot. Ever since they played after their bye week, they've been blowing everybody out. They came back and beat the Saints, who I beat them down twice. And they said Vita Vea might play. He might. Now I know he's going to probably be on a snap count, but him being in the middle just takes them 2 people, and it allows Shaq Barrett one-on-one opportunities. It allows JPP one-on-one opportunities, and I just feel like Aaron going to be under constant pressure, whereas Brady's not going to be under constant pressure. I don't think that's the case. So I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I don't have a score though, but I agree with you, Pat. It'll be close.
This is easy for me. I've thought about this literally before the game. Absolutely. I see the Packers winning this game outright. I did actually think that the score was going to be 31-28, like Pat said. I believe that Mason Crosby pins them in for the win, take it to the Super Bowl. I think Aaron Rodgers is on a mission. This game, I think, means so much to him. You know, he hasn't had a lot of opportunities to play Tom Brady in his career. He knows what everybody thinks of Tom Brady, and whether it's ego or just his competitive nature, he wants to make sure that people understand that he's here, he's still here, and he's ready. And he's going to slay, you know, who some consider the best, you know. And I won't deny that. I based on accolades and stats, you got to get that to Tom. But I think this game, this weekend, this season, Aaron Rodgers will take it.
For sure. And I see, you know, we got a couple people that hopped in, man. I know that it looks like Roy says Packers, and it won't be close.
Whoa.
Yeah. It looks
How
like
could you say that?
I'll put both of his in, but he's picking the Bucks for the first game. Mom says Packers. Miles comes in and says Cheeseheads just because I'm mad. And then Jordy picks the Packers. I wonder if Greg and Rob and those guys are still on.
Well, we know what Chris picking.
Yeah, you know, Chris is gonna pick. So Swan said pressure kills Rodgers, and I agree. I just don't know if they're going to be able to put that amount of pressure on them. I mean, they're going to have to blitz a lot, and if they blitz a lot, you know, Jones out of the backfield, check down. This isn't it isn't the running back that you guys are used to for the Green Bay Packers. This guy can ball. So it's going to be interesting to see how he looks coming out of the backfield.
Devil's advocate will say, Pat, Aaron Jones was playing the first time. How come they didn't do that check down in?
You scheme up for that.
The thing is that it's hard to beat a team twice. Just putting that out there. You know that.
That now you're right about that. But you don't think
Rob got the Packers too, by the way.
You don't think the conspiracy theorist in me will say that this just lines up great for Tom? The first Super Bowl in Tampa Bay history will be the home team, Tampa Bay, and then Tom can ride out on the sunset. I know we signed a 2-year deal.
He won't because he's coming back.
No, but he signed a 2-year deal. But it's an option. You never know. He's
not going nowhere. Just so you guys understand, Antonio Brown did not practice today with the knee.
That's fine.
Mike Evans was limited. Chris Godwin was limited. Ronald Jones was limited. JPP did not practice with a knee. And then safety Jordan Whitehead was limited, as well as cornerback Sean Murphy Bunting was also limited in practice today.
All those players, only one that means something is JPP, because all them receivers was limited last week, especially Evans. Antonio Brown don't even matter.
Oh, because of Sammy or what's his name? Whatever.
No, because bro.
Captain Limitation.
I definitely agree, Twan. I'm just saying for them to push Aaron Rodgers off his mark, they're gonna have to bring pressure from the linebacker position.
You're right.
And if they blitz Devin White, especially if JPP's not playing, then it's gonna be hard. You know, whoever else it is, be it Levante David, whoever it is, it's gonna be a hard cover out of the backfield.
It ain't easy. You right.
So we'll see. Like I said, I got the Bucks. I mean, I got the Packers 31-28. So we'll see how that goes. This game, man, Bills at the Chiefs. This game for me, honestly, if I could be 100%, is a lot more cut and dry than the Bucks and the Packers. The Bucks and Packers for me was a little more, it can go either way for me. But this game, I was pretty much Bills. I pretty much got the Bills all day. I even have the Bills if Patrick Mahomes is a full healthy go. I still have the Bills in this game. The Bills defense is what's interesting for me, you know, with Trey White, you know, Tremaine Edmonds, that front four, which is big and mean, you know, with what's his name? What's Hyde at safety?
Micah
got
Hyde and Jordan Poyer.
Yeah, they got some boys back there. And I feel like with Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, and Trey White, I expect Trey White they're going to play, you know, cloud coverage, but I expect Trey White to pretty much be on Tyreek Hill. Other than Tyreek Hill, McCall Hardman is a good receiver. But Hill is the only one that invokes fear into a defense. And if you're able to cloud him, put somebody over the top, it takes away such a dynamic part. Trey Edmonds, what I think is interesting when we talk about Tremaine Edmonds in the middle, is that he's a 6'5" middle linebacker who can run. So I'm interested to see, if they're going to have him on Kelsey, what they're going to plan on doing, because it's big body on big body, where normally Kelsey's, kind of muscling guys down the field to get open. We'll see what happens there. I just feel like the Bills have the better defense, and then they have a comparable offense. If you look at these two offenses on paper, I mean, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, saying that they're right there on the same level, but it's not like a huge discrepancy between the two. Josh Allen's a really good quarterback. Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Gabe Davis, McCole Hardman, Cole Beasley, whoever else. Like it's so comparable as far as the offenses go, even going all the way down to the fact that neither one of them can run the ball effectively. So, interested to see what happens there. But I got the Bills in this one, honestly. I got the Bills big. I got the Bills in a 2-score game.
If he's healthy, I'm going to take a page out of CT book. This is going to be Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to have to provide a spark. I'm not saying he got to go over 150, but he got to be able to provide a spark to the run game. If Mahomes is healthy and he plays, I just don't. In order for the Chiefs, for me to pick against the Chiefs, I kind of have to see it to believe it, man. And for them to be 25-1 in their past autumn games, I just don't see them losing until it happens. So I'll have to just be wrong when it happens. The one thing that I'll just want to put out is, Pat, every point you made about the Bills with the better D and the comparable O, you're absolutely right. For me, this just comes down to a faith thing. Weapons per weapons, the Chiefs DBs against all the weapons for the Chiefs, and then the Chiefs DBs on their weapons. To me, it's kind of like an even tie. It's just going to come whose playmakers do you trust more? Do you trust Diggs more than you trust Tyreek Hill? Do you trust Travis Kelce more than you trust Dawson Knox? Do you trust Sammy Watkins more than you trust John Brown or Gabe Davis? At this point, it's just going to come down to whose playmakers did you trust to make more plays? Because these teams are too evenly matched for us to just say, well, they're just going to overpower them. So this is going to be, to me, whose playmakers do you trust to make more plays, and whose team is going to create the turnover? And until the Chiefs lose or show that they mess up on a consistent basis, which Henny came in last week and you saw Kelsey make plays and Tyreek go up for balls. They were making plays for their guy being out. So I'm gonna just go with the Chiefs until I can't.
All right, I'll try and be quick here. I feel Rory on this one, man. The Bills are in my heart. I really want to see them be successful, man. I was a fan of the team growing up. Was very I don't even know the word. I was shocked that they weren't able to win any of those Super Bowls when they had those opportunities. So I do want to see them get back to that. Do it for Jim Kelly, who's been through so much. I think he's a great person and a great quarterback, to be honest with you. I follow that team pretty well, and some of their best players that they've had in the organization. I trust their defense immensely. Leslie Frazier's a heck of a coordinator, heck of a coach, should have a head coach opportunity. McDermott, big fan of his since he was in Carolina, and has really built a great culture for the Bills Mafia, something that they really needed. What I don't trust is obviously their run game, and I do not trust Josh Allen not to make a critical mistake. It's been happening. It happened last year. It happened against the Colts, and I just don't. I can't trust him enough yet, based on his youth and inexperience. Even though I love to give him the edge here, and I hope I'm wrong, but I actually see the Chiefs winning this game. I think it will be close, but I just do not trust the youth and quarterback play with Josh Allen enough to put that over the Chiefs. I think that this team is arguably more talented, definitely has a better defense, but I think the experience of the Chiefs will get them over the hump on this one. If I had to pick a score, I say 27-24.
So I got the Bills. You two are going with the Chiefs. Interestingly enough, just another point of emphasis about Clyde Edwards-Helaire. This time last week, he practiced on Wednesday, and then they pulled him out Thursday and Friday and didn't let him practice Thursday and Friday. So we'll see what happens with him, tomorrow and see what's going to happen from that point of view. Going on to the field level family, Mom's picked the Bills. Twan got the Bills. Rory got the Bills. Rob has the Bills.
I am surprised.
Really?
Well, because I think we all know based off the reports that Patrick Mahomes is going to play. So if he's going to play, I'm just surprised.
I think you guys aren't putting enough levity into how good the Bills have been playing. Like the Bills have been dang near unstoppable.
I don't think we're short.
I hear you,
but I don't think we're shortchanging them though, because we picked the Bills.
You are, bro.
We've picked the Bills the last 4 weeks in a row.
They need to run the ball.
So why not now,
man?
So why not now?
Because they're playing a team who's only lost one game.
Who plays linebacker for the Chiefs?
Anthony Hitchens and Willie Gay, I think, the rookie from Mississippi State, second round pick.
And he might not even play. So it's going to be an interesting one. Who's on the outside for the Chiefs?
At corner, the Jarius Sneed, the rookie who got I think 4 picks, and then you got you said Fenton might not play, so I don't know who. Oh, Breland might not. Breland. And
Breland and Fenton both might not play. So that's interesting. And you going up against arguably the best receiver in the league this year.
I feel you, but we was just talking about the Colts offense where you said Zach Pascal was trash and rookie Mike Pittman. They was almost won the game if it wasn't for Phillip Rivers overthrowing that touchdown.
Are you comparing the Colts defense to the Chiefs defense?
I'm talking about the Colts offense against the Bills defense.
Yeah, but that's they still had a running game and with my guy from Wisconsin.
I'm talking about if Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, but I'm saying the Chiefs don't have a running game, Quan.
But if Phillip Rivers wouldn't have overthrown that touchdown to Mike Pittman, the game would probably be different.
Yeah, but it was
their running game is better. They're better than
that is true.
What the Bills provide running the ball.
Yeah, the Bills. Come on.
I just feel like
I don't care what you feel like.
I feel like Patrick. you. I don't know why you're not giving credit to the Chiefs when they've only lost one game in 2 years.
I don't like it.
It'll be a shootout.
Oh,
regardless, if you're talking about Diggs and the secondary of the Chiefs, you still have to pay attention to what the Chiefs have.
I don't like the Chiefs, and I'm starting to second guess you as a Raider fan.
Do you?
No, straight up.
Listen,
I don't like the Seahawks and Rams. I hate them. I hate them all.
Picture this.
Over here, like all this cheap love. I'm starting to look at you. I'm starting to look at you sideways.
No, I'm just a realist. You're not a realist. That's why you pick the Niners every week. You're not a realist.
Yeah, I don't pick the Niners every week. That's a lie. Go back and archive.
No. Look. Answer this question. If Stephon Diggs hypothetically was to get locked down, and Tyreek Hill hypothetically got locked down, do you trust the rest of the Bills' weapons on offense more than the Chiefs?
Yes.
All right.
So now the Chiefs. The one thing the Chiefs got that they got Kelsey. So I would say this. This is what I'm gonna say. Here I go. If Kelsey was to get locked down and Diggs was to get locked down, I trust the Bills better.
Nah, I still.
John Brown, Cole Beasley, Gabe Davis.
John Brown is not better than Sammy Watkins.
But he
almost. Oh my God!
He's not.
He's more available.
He is more available. You're right about that, CT. But he's not better.
Talent-wise, but I'm
happy here. No, wait.
Player, though.
I have to know. I want y'all to put this in the chat. Is John Brown better than Sammy Watkins? No. Because Quan just told me that Sammy Watkins is better than John Brown.
I mean, Sammy Watkins did make one of the biggest catches in the Super Bowl against you.
Bro, come on, man.
I'll put it this way. Sammy Watkins is a more talented receiver. However, John Brown is more technical and more consistent.
I can give you that, but he's not. But I think the biggest thing you say, CT, is that he's just not available enough. But when they're on the field, both healthy, Sammy Watkins can go off. John Brown, I ain't seen John Brown go off.
John Brown, he went over 1,000 last year, Quan.
Are we talking about last year or this year? I'm sorry.
What
are we talking about? What are we talking about? Man?
How many 1,000-yard seasons does Sammy Watkins have?
Hey, man.
Since we're here, I got 2 minutes.
I think he got one.
I got 2 minutes. I'm typing. You hear me? I'm typing.
Yeah, but you were the same one that said stats don't tell the full story. You know that.
Come on, bro. But come on, bro. It's levels to it, though. Nah, it's levels. It's levels. And you just was very disrespectful. You
pretty much just told me you trust the Bills' weapons more than you trust the Chiefs. So ain't nothing more got to be said.
Sammy Watkins came into the league in 2014.
Yep.
Had 982 rookie year. Then had 1,047. Right, 1,000-yard season. After that.
You got to give him the 982. You got to give him the 982.
I did. I'm not going to give him it's not 1,000. 982. Then he had 430.
Injured.
593.
Injured.
519. 673. 421.
Now, for those last 3 years, Kelsey and Tyreek both go over 1,000. So it's hard to have 3 over 1,000. It's just difficult. So John Brown was the number 1 receiver on the Ravens, and he was also the number 1 receiver last year till Diggs. So it's
well, no. So what? 2 years on the Chiefs, and then he had a stint on the Rams.
Yeah, he didn't do nothing on the Rams.
He was
injured.
No, he didn't go to the Rams. Who? Oh, Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy.
Yeah.
So let's just see what the people say. Chris, John Brown's a lot greater. Sammy stay hurt.
That's true. You're right.
Rory got Watkins if they're both on the field healthy.
Thank you. Speak the
Quan's
truth.
mentioning one play.
Chris, you think Darren McFadden was good? Stop it.
Swan says, "Get out of here, Quan." And then Miles says, "Sammy is better than John." But y'all don't. I don't know what y'all doing. This is crazy.
I don't be talking mess, man. I keep it real, man.
Sammy was a first round pick, so there's a lot of cachet in that.
Right. You got more opportunity, but I just feel like John Brown's better than Sammy Watkins. It is what it is. Cole Beasley is finally healthy. I know Beasley can be inside slot guy, going to tear you up on the inside. Knox has been nothing to sneeze at all season. So,
but he's not better than Kelsey.
No, he's not. He's not better.
And Knox has a case of the drops occasionally, so keep out for that.
This is the Field Level Football Podcast of the West Coast. I hope that y'all enjoy the NFC Championship and the AFC Championship games on Sunday. We're going to see if we're going to be with y'all Sunday night. If we're going to let y'all marinate on it, we're going to find out. We're going to make it happen. If we're going to happen, we're going to happen. If it ain't, it ain't. But I'm excited to see what happens. Like I said, I got the Packers and the Bills in the Super Bowl. Go, Pack, go. You know what I'm saying? I think the Bills is going to be I actually feel like, and it's just no matter what, Bills are going to be our Super Bowl champions this year. That's my early prediction. We won't put that out there. But that's all I got for tonight's show, man. Quan, how you feel?
Hey, man, y'all just stay blessed, stay healthy, and make sure you drink your water and your green tea in the morning. One love.
CT.
Field Level team, Field Level family, we appreciate y'all. Shout out to Ed for hopping on. It's been a minute. I ain't talked to him all like that. So it was good.
That was fun.
Needed that for sure to get through the rest of the week. Keep the energy up. Take your elderberry gummies. I'm on that. Take your vitamin C and keep it pushing, man. Let's enjoy this weekend with these games.
Elderberry gummies make you sound like you're old.
I love them too. I love them. Hey, Chris, you coming on next week if Brady lose?
Yeah, Chris, if Brady lose, and that's our bet. If Brady lose, I need you on the show next week. Hey, it's the Field Level Football Podcast of the West Coast. Y'all have a good night.